ya.
And for the ride home, the fastest 2 hours on radio. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
You better hope you're ready.
Morning drive and the afternoon commute are live and local on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Are you feeling tired, weak, or maybe you feel old and cranky? If so, I have the answer. It's Max Fit Sports Nutrition with 2 locations, 23rd Street in the Coronado Plaza and in Pier Park North on Back Beach Road. Max Fit Sports Nutrition has nutritional products and professional dietary plans to get you moving in the right direction. So get off that couch and get to Max Fit Sports Nutrition now. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, where you can try it before you buy it.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
Operation Spay Bay Vaccine Clinic in Fountain, Florida, coming up May 16th. Yes, it's 17822 Center Drive, Fountain, Florida. Operation Spay Bay will be having a vaccination clinic on May 16th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Free rabies vaccines with $20 exam going to be in your area, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on May the 16th in Fountain, Florida. Operation Spay Bay. Get them fixed today.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Sorry, James, what are we giving away today? 8:15.
8:15. We have a $25 gift card too for Rucci Restaurante in beautiful downtown Panama
Good play. The food
City.
is incredible. Glenn Manley's with us. Brian's with us. James, let me ask you something. Don't they have some wonderful owners of that beautiful place?
They absolutely
Tell
do.
everybody who they are.
Matt and Minta Harbison.
Minta. Beautiful.
From the,
sweetheart.
From the Los Antojitos place.
Everything they touch turns to gold.
It is, and they can great Italian food, but Matt can still cook those steaks, buddy.
Oh,
you
my
want to
God,
make sure.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to have a great special date, but I'll tell you what, I've gone in there on Saturdays, and I'm glad I've got my manly shirt to wear down there. But anyway, when I go in there Saturday, people are going in there for lunch around 11 o'clock and everything like that. And most of the time, some are getting pizza and some other things. I've looked in there. That is a pretty cool place. But that'd be a great place to take a special date.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, well.
Before Mother's Day.
Or whatever, yeah. I was looking at you. Maybe you want to take me and Brian to lunch over there one day.
I'll take you, but I'm not paying.
Well, maybe we can win one of these cards.
Your plan didn't work.
Yeah, no, it never does. Anyway, whatever. Oh, I got to tell you, we had James. I told you I was going over there at 5:30.
Yes,
got
sir.
there at 5 o'clock. The word's out. Pepper's Mexican Grill. At 5 o'clock, there was a line to get. There was already people packed out, a line to get in there. We left at 7:30. Bill and Sue Solomon went with us. Saw a lot of people there down at 360, and a lot of people we knew were in there. And we had a blast. They were giving away free Jello shot. Come around your table, give a free Jello shot if you wanted one. And just visiting with everybody, had a great time. Saw all the people down there that we knew that worked there. And I just couldn't believe the people. There was a line waiting at 7:30. It was like,
Never underestimate the power of Peppers on Cinco de Mayo.
oh my God, it was incredible. I'm sure the one in town was the same way. But the food was great. The atmosphere, second to none. You've got to get on to Peppers right here on Panama City Beach Parkway. Beautiful Panama City Beach, and the one over there on 77. Go check it out. They are outstanding. And tell them that Coach sent you. They were happy. I saw them. They let us get in. I can't say we waited. We waited. My bad.
As far as you know.
As far as you know, we waited. Brian, I want to start out with this.
Uh-oh.
And I think what you
Wasn't
said,
me. Can't prove anything.
4 or 5 years ago, I think you said this. Maybe 4.
What, Bear Brown,
Statute of
Alabama?
limitations.
Nick
I don't
Brown.
remember what I said 4 minutes ago.
Well, we see what's going on. If they go to 24 games, playoffs, the bowl season, bowls are dying. We know it. They're on life support right now. Nobody goes to the games. Nobody plays in the games. So it looks like the bowl games are going to be one thing, and we'll be talking about back in the great days when we had bowl games. The history of college football is unbelievable. But way back, Brian came up with an idea, and I thought, you know what? I love that. He says you can still help those cities. You can still keep those bowl games intact. And I don't know, all the teams wouldn't be invited, but you could do it week 0. We could be the regular season, first game of the regular season, and still not mess the calendar up if they wanted to. But certain teams, and of course they would have to invite them this time of year, probably have to be making the bids out to them, like to Tampa, Orlando, Memphis, Nashville, New Orleans, whatever. You could still have those bowl games, and they would be week 1 games. They could be crossover games, Big Ten, SEC. There's a way they could figure it out to do it. That would save the bowl games, and those people that have supported college football, made college football what it is, their cities would still be benefit from these bowl games. And people would travel to week 1. You don't even know if your team's very good, so you definitely
Everybody's got to hope week 1.
Yeah, there you go. So I think that was a great idea. When you said it back then, I thought it. And it might truly happen one day.
I mean, we kind of do that already. You
Yeah,
know, with, like
the
with
kickoff
the
classics,
kickoff
yes.
classic,
That's
you know,
right.
with
Yeah.
the SEC taking on the ACC, you know, at the Georgia Dome, we're already doing that.
And they pack
already
it out.
great. It's a wonderful idea. It's kind of it's very similar to me what NASCAR does with the Daytona 500 and having a huge shebang to start
it
off
off.
the season to get everybody into it, get everybody excited. That's actually something we should probably look into. Like get teams not probably 6 wins, but like teams that got 7, 8 wins.
Right.
Like have them, you know, show up to an invited tournament. I think
The teams they think
bowl
are going to be pretty
season,
good.
If we look at the bowl season from like the year 2000, there was something like, 20 bowls maybe, 25 bowls
more
in the
than
year
that.
2000?
Yeah.
And if you look at last season, how many bowls did we have? Like 40?
And nobody plays in them.
It's just oversaturated.
Players won't play. This way, the players will play. You'll see the
players play. It's at the beginning of the season. The players are still invested. Players
The
have
hell with
to be
Nick Saban.
invested
We
in
need
that.
Brian as a commissioner.
There you go.
I'm going
boy.
after that.
We'll
man.
vote for him.
No,
job,
I
Brian.
think that's a great job. We went to FSU Alabama game, the kickoff classic in Atlanta, and it was like a national champ. The atmosphere walking into that stadium on both sides was electric. You could feel it. It was a brand new stadium. It was a good game. Alabama hurt their Florida State's quarterback.
Right.
I think it was pretty early in the game. I can't remember now.
Yeah, second quarter.
Yeah, and that definitely hurt FSU. But I think Alabama was a little bit better. Alabama did beat. I think Alabama won the national championship the year. I think. I think they
think
did.
so too.
What do you got going on softball around here? What's going on?
Right. Well, before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to school board member Jerry Register, who was going to go swimming the other day, and he went to jump in his pool. He missed the pool, hit the concrete. So,
Wow.
Bless his heart, he did a little face plant, and I hope he's recovering. And so,
Hey, Jerry.
yeah,
Good Lord.
Yeah. So, I don't know if he had his glasses on or not. So, but he missed the pool when he jumped, I think. So.
That's terrible.
Take that, Jerry.
Was there any water? Maybe he hit the pool and there was
No,
water.
there was water in. No, I'm just.
Okay.
That's not what really happened, but anyway, that's the best scenario I can give you on that.
Okay.
All right, 1A through 4A softball will start their semifinals. Their quarterfinals tonight, and then so this is all going to be tonight. So in 2A, North Bay Haven hosts Florida High. They're number 1 seed, and Florida High's number 8. And Bozeman's number 4. They will host Bowles, who's number 5. That's that's the only ones we are right around here that's going on. In 3A, Wilson comes over to number 1. This is number 1, Wakulla, and actually number 6, South Walton, goes to number 3, West Florida. They seem to team up in every sport where they have to play each other here lately.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in 4A, Escambia is at Columbia Lake City, and Arnold travels all the way over to Clay. That's Green Cove Springs. It's hard to get there from here. And number 6, St. Augustine, will be at number 3, Fort Walton Beach. And in the rural, they will be playing Thursday. Not as many teams in rural. Mostly North Florida people, all the way down to, I guess, just to Ocala. But in our area in rural on Thursday night will be Holmes County at Northview. It will be Jay at Chipley and Weewa at Port St. Joe. Now, Weewa at Port St. Joe is just another Gulf County fight, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter whether it's football, basketball, tiddlywinks, they're going to get after each other. So that's what's going on. So get out there and support one of your teams tonight. And hopefully this year that North Bay Haven will make a run further. They went pretty far last year. Coach Bernard's got them going, so get out there and support your favorite team.
Yeah, and again, I'm telling you, if you've not been to Peppers, y'all need to go check it out. You got any problems keeping your house warm or cool, you got to go local. You got to go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School. The guy is incredible, most honest, hardworking people out there. And actually, we had ours turned down pretty low last night. I got cold. I did. Now, the weather, I think we're going to be fine today. Tomorrow, there's real slight chance of some bad weather. Mainly the bad stuff's going to be up around Montgomery, Birmingham, and the state of Alabama. But if you're up there, kind of watch out what's going on. Of course, my daughter is coming into town, Glenn, for our Leighton and Lorelei's dance recital. They have one Friday and Saturday, so we're looking forward to that and having Jamie back in town. James, have you been to Peppers over in town?
I have been to Peppers on 77, and I have also been to the Peppers location over in Port St. Joe.
Yeah.
It is salsa great, beer, cold.
Chips, everything, ice cold beer. We had a blast. I encourage y'all to get out there and have a great time there. We got all kinds of stuff to go today. Spring football is going on. When is the games? Do you know when the games are actually going to be played?
Around May the 15th, I believe.
We're going to get Coach Brown on today talking about Bay High School. Then I'm going to try to get Griff either the week after. Actually, we'll try to get Griff on and get all the coaches on before that game. The 15th is the game.
Yeah,
sure?
I think okay. Bay is going to South Walton.
This has changed. In the old days when we were doing it, you didn't start spring football till May 1st, and you had so many days to practice.
I think what they decided to do, it is the 15th that they're at South Walton. Now I think the 8th they're going to have their red and white game, so come on in and watch that and have something to eat and be great. But
I think Arnold had something.
Yeah,
has got something going on this week. I want to say.
Yeah,
so 15th was next Friday.
Yeah, 15th, yeah. And the thing is, I think they did that so they wouldn't keep running into these graduations because, I know one year it rained on a Thursday we were going to play, and Port St. Joe couldn't come back because they were graduating. So
what was it? You had 30 days to get 20 practices in? Was that what it
something like that, yeah.
The whole month of May. I'm glad they moved it up like that.
The merry old month of May.
That's probably the reason they moved the baseball calendar up some also to work the stuff out. That's one thing they did right. I got to give them credit for that.
But they did, some of these people that schedule proms during the playoff season. They need to revamp that, because I know that Bay High had theirs like either late February or early March, so that they would have it.
And we had teams that some
teams,
players didn't even go play in the game.
Well, I don't know. I think most of them in this area played, but there was a couple in some other areas that did not go.
It causes issues.
Yes.
Let's leave it at that.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. So,
Man, I just got a text here from a superstar, Mark Cowart. He wants me to listen to this thing. I might listen to that and play that for y'all later if I have a chance. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We already talked about a couple of them. Stevenson Air Conditioning, with this weather, the heat is coming. You know what it is. We're going to have our schedule. I think it's going to be, we already have it planned. I just can't remember the day. Is in May. I think at the end of May, ours, they're going to come out in the schedule to service ours. What it does, it makes it last longer, first of all, and then it runs better, and your power bill's lower. Now, if you got an old one and you're spending a load of money on power bill, get rid of it. It's one of the few things you can purchase or pay for yourself over a period of time. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. You've got to go local. Go with somebody that grew up here, somebody you can trust. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're incredible. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, City Commissioner over there, does an incredible job. What a restaurant, man. Go check it out. Tell them Coach sent you. You'll absolutely love the atmosphere. TVs everywhere. Great place to watch SEC softball tournament that's going on right now. And everybody in here knows about David Adams, designer jewelry. Russ, Amber, and Patrick do incredible work. Locals taking care of locals. You can't get Patrick graduated from Arnold High School. They will deal with you. You got some old jewelry that's, it's just not, it needs cleaning, it needs fixed. They'll do it right there. Got some piece broken off. They fix it in-house. Again, they're reasonable. Gold and silver's worth a lot right now. If you want to make some money, go sell it to them. They'll buy it. And they got great deals. They got a wish board up there. Go in and put your name. This is what I'd like. Then send your boyfriend, girlfriend, or both of them in there, and maybe one of them will get it for you.
Absolutely. I've already done. I've been done in all that.
You do it all the time. That's what I hear. Hey, skin cancer can be deadly. We're going to listen to the legend today at 7:30. Dr. Ward. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. All it takes is 5 minutes. If you're listening right now, there's an office near you. The one and only John Ward. Listen to him today at 7:30. We'll be right back. 104.3. What are we giving away at 8:15?
We are giving away Ferrucci
Ferrucci!
$25 gift card.
Woo! Man, I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
8:15.
I've already got mine.
75th caller. 105.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the sports talk and live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, some sun and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze out of the south around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 73. Tomorrow, a small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by mostly clouds and a temperature near 80. Moving into Friday, about the same with a high of 78 and lightly sprinkling. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update. Presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves even it up in dramatic fashion. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
A little drama in the Pacific Northwest. Matt Olson with a solo shot in the top of the ninth gives the Braves a 3-2 win over the Seattle Mariners. Matt now leads the National League with 13 home runs. It was quite the day for the big Texan Bryce Elder. 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and a season-high 9 strikeouts. Mauricio Dubon, another great game as well. He had a 2-run double in the 4th inning, providing the other 2 runs for the Braves. Rubber game coming up today here on the Braves Radio Network. It'll be Brian Wu for the Mariners. Not the best season for the former All-Star. 1-2, 4.61 ERA, 6 walks, and 29 strikeouts. Braves undefeated in rubber games as they look to win yet another series. They have not lost a series yet. Ford leadoff show, 2:55 Eastern Time. First pitch between the Braves and the Mariners, 4:10 from T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington on the Braves Radio Network.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. I got a text. Yes, Jamie Hale will be in Bay County this weekend. She was actually in Nashville this past weekend, watched Lorelai Hale, Leighton Hale do their cheerleading. And it's the last cheerleading competition of the year. Lorelai and Leighton both have their dance recital Friday and Saturday. She's coming in town for that. And I got to say, I got to brag on those 2 girls. They are incredible athletes, Lorelai and Leighton. They, every night, Glenn, one night they'd be going all around out past 77 for cheerleading practice, or 79, I'm sorry, in Panama City Beach. Cheerleading practice 2 nights a week and dance practice 2 nights a week. And then the other things that they do, they're busy. It's unreal. And their work ethic, I'm so proud of both of them. Leighton, of course, is leaving Patronus, going to be a I want to hear her clap. She's going to be the new cheerleader at Surfside. So congratulations for that.
Yay.
And I'm pretty sure Lorelai will do the exact same thing.
Talking about a long commercial.
Hey, watch out. That's my granddaughter.
I know.
Don't you dare say that.
Hey, no,
hey, that had to have been the longest break we've ever had in radio history. That was pretty good.
No, we've had longer, but that was a pretty good one.
It was a pretty good.
Braves are actually playing good this year. We're not going to mess with it.
Yeah,
how about putting that on at 4 o'clock?
We'll work on it.
Yeah. No, that actually was pretty cool. Let's bring him on now. I know Coach Brown wanted to hear all this stuff that we've been talking about. Jeremy Brown, no matter where he goes, he turns out a big-time winner. He's won a state championship in football. One of the few coaches in the state of Florida has done that. At Bay High School, he's turned that thing into a powerhouse. Let's bring him on now, Coach Jeremy Brown. Good morning, Coach.
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing good. If we can get over the commercials.
How is spring football going?
Man, Coach, it's going really good. Just a little sidebar, man. You were talking about your granddaughters and cheerleading, man. I got to give my daughter a shout out too, man. She'll be a freshman at Bay High next year, and she made the varsity cheerleading squad.
All right. Yeah. What's her name, Coach? What's her name?
Cameron Brown.
Cameron Brown. Good job, Cameron.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
can understand the whole going to cheer practices and dance practices and tumbling practices. Like, Coach, it's a lot, man.
Hey, Jeremy. This competitive cheerleading, man, we're out in Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Orlando. They travel they work hard. Those girls work hard.
Coach, they do, man, and it's not cheap too. So gotta get out. Gotta get out. We gotta get out. DoorDash, do things like that. Just pay for it.
I hear you, brother. I'm with you, man. All right, hey, great year last year. Great year. What can you keep it rolling? Can you keep it being consistent? Can they win like that consistently? That's the big question. And I got to ask you this: with the school of choice, I don't know if people are transferring in now. That usually happens, I guess, in the summertime. Do you feel like you can keep this thing rolling over at Bay High School?
Yeah, Coach, that's always the goal. You know what I mean? we had the, we had a really good first couple of weeks of spring. Yesterday was a little bit, off. I think just the midway point, the kids are kind of, they're tired of hitting each other. They're kind of, dragging a little bit, and we're still lifting really heavy in the weight room, and they got testing season. I think all that, obviously I think it wears on the kids, but, we told the kids yesterday, guys, the 2026 version of the Bay High Tornadoes haven't won a game yet.
Yeah.
Like, they're 0-0. You know what I mean? Like, last year's team was really good. We've won three district championships in 4 years, 2 county championships. We beat the best team in Northwest Florida, last year. But we told the kids, hey, that was last year. This year's team hasn't won anything, and they got to come out every day hungry. They got to come out every day, with that drive to be the best. We just ask them every day, like, what's your legacy going to be? Like, what's your 2026 legacy? What are you going to leave for Bay High? And that's kind of the goal, and that's what we're kind of working towards right now.
What did you lose the most? Offense, defensive players, offensive linemen, skilled players. Give us what do you have to rebuild?
Yeah, I think obviously you talk about the offensive side of the ball. We lost we lost some really good receivers, really good guys out wide. You know what I mean? Javar and Amari Johnson. Those guys were really really special. They'll be playing college football this time. Next year. Obviously at quarterback, Zay had a phenomenal year, and but the bright side to that is, you got John DeVos, who was really a quasi starter his first 2 years, and played a lot of quarterback for us even last year. So, we got some experience there, coming back. Mace Grant transferred over from Mosley, and he's taking a lot of reps at quarterback right now, and doing some really good things. And so we're we went from thinking, we weren't sure if we were going to have any depth at quarterback to now we feel like we have really good depth. And, you lose, we lost, TJ Davis at running back and MJ Wilkerson, both guys have special years. But, we feel like with Tank Huntley and Caden Turner, we feel like we've got some guys replacing them. They're going to be okay. The biggest area in our offense that we're bringing back that we're excited about is our offensive line. You know what I mean? We're bringing back 4 starters on the offensive line. We're only replacing one. We're replacing a guard, and so we're really excited about that unit. On the defensive side of the ball, we're bringing back a lot of our DBs. We're replacing a couple of inside linebackers, but defensively, obviously you talk about Bryce Hughes, an inside linebacker, and then obviously. TJ Davis at defensive end, he had like 21 sacks last year. So, but we feel like Hayden Garrett is a kid, and Ja'Cory Weaver. We got some. Hayden Garrett played every game for us last year. Last year he was kind of the one that, he benefited from TJ being on the other side, because there were a lot of times they were sliding the protection to TJ, and we think this year, they're probably going to slide the protection to Hayden, which means that other defensive end, Ja'Cory Weaver, should have a big year for us.
Coach, I've heard some great things that really impressed me. Talking to Jason Kovaleski, he said the work they've done in the weight room. He says they've got some strong dudes on that team. Talk about that a little bit, if you wouldn't mind. I hear a lot of them are benching over 350. I heard some really good things about the weight room. Talk about that, and I'm glad you believe in the weight room like you do.
Yeah, Coach, that's one of the things that Jason and I have been talking about, and working together, trying to figure out how we can, the most affordable, yet efficient way to, make sure the kids are getting the protein they need, and you know what I mean, just the, any of the extra, the tweaking the list. I kind of lean on Jason to that. He's done some meal plans for some of our guys that needed to put on weight, and we're stronger right now as a team than we've been in our first 4 years that we've been there, going on year 5. We've got about 60 kids right now that are lifting consistently in the that are in our weightlifting classes each day. That's JV and varsity, and we've got over half of those guys that are cleaning over between 225 and 250. But
wow.
we've got more kids benching over 300 right now than we've had that we've been there, and we've got we've got like five. We got like right at 4 or 5 kids that are benching 330 or plus.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, you know, the kids are, you know, they bought into the weight room and, you know, the training and the, you know, just year round. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's just lifting, you know, lifting heavy year round. Even now in the spring, you know, I mentioned it earlier, like, you know, we're still lifting extremely heavy 4 days a week. Like, we're not, you know, we're not, okay, well, now we're practicing, we're going to stop lifting. You know, no, we lift in the morning, first period. The kids have got, you know, a good 7 to 8 hours to recover. So they're fully recovered before we get to the practice field. So, you know, we're going to try to, you know, we maxed out right at the beginning of spring, and we're going to max out again at the end of spring because we want to see what kind of gains we made, not just on the field during spring football, but we want to see what kind of gains we made in the weight room too.
Well, Coach, you know, talk a little bit about the offensive line, because the offensive line doesn't need anybody, but everybody needs the offensive line, and you got one young man in the middle that's really outstanding.
Yeah, you know, we've got a group. You know, obviously JJ Brown. Obviously, that's my son. Everybody knows that. He'll be a junior next year. He's grown a little bit over the, you know, just turned 16 Sunday. He's right at 6'4", about 255. Plays center. Has had a really good off season in the weight room. He played basketball. You know, at left tackle. You know, you're bringing back a guy, Charles Grubbs, who's played every game for us, took every snap for us since he was in the 10th grade. He's going to be a senior next year, and you know, I think he might have a chance to be one of the best, one of the top linemen in Northwest Florida. You know, he's big, he's athletic. You know, Nick Ferreira at guard's coming back. He started for us every game last year. Jake Williams is a returning starter, and then, you know, one of the big surprises this spring is a young man named Hayden Lowry. Hayden played D-line for us the last 2 years. We moved him over to the offensive side of the ball this spring, and he's done a really good job. I think he's going to be wind up being a really good player for us. And then we got a kid, DeMario Forbes, who's an upcoming sophomore. So DeMario's about 6'2", about 290. You know, and he's had getting a lot of reps this spring. So just trying to get the offensive line a ton of reps this spring, just so we can, you know, we want to have some depth, because you know how it is, man. You have those years sometimes with the daggum offensive lineman. You won't get one hurt. You'll have years where you get 2 or 3. You know, dinged up in a 2-week span. So we just want to spend kind of our focus this spring on the offensive line is just getting as many guys, as many reps as we can, so we can build some depth.
Coach, I hate it. We've run out of time, but we'll do real quick. When are you playing your spring game, and where at? Who you playing?
We've got our red and black game this Thursday night at Tommy Oliver, 6 o'clock. Let everybody come out for that. And then next Friday, the 15th, we're playing South Walton at South Walton.
Okay, out South Walton. I'm going to try to get all the coaches on next week and talk to them about spring football, but I'm going to have you back after the game. I want to talk a little bit more about you, a couple things. I just don't have time to get in today, but I want to talk how you're going to tweak your offense. You're good about that. You know, some guys run the wing tee. They might have a great cow that can throw the football, and they still run a wing tee. You've always kind of adjusted your offense with the personnel that you have, which I like. You know, maybe we can get into that next time I talk to you. But, hey, tell your daughter I said congratulations. That's awesome.
I'll do it, Coach. You tell your granddaughter the same thing.
All right, buddy. See you later.
Take care.
Jeremy Brown, head football coach, Bay High School. Again, man, what do you say? 4 out of 5 years they won a championship over there?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Everywhere he goes, he wins. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Appreciate all of them. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. I hope my granddaughters want to go out lunch or dinner tonight with us. The legendary J. Michael's. What's today, Glenn? What's Wednesday? What does that mean?
World famous spaghetti if you're on the beach.
Oh, baby.
Man,
we got to put a rain suit on Glenn. Oh, my goodness, but he has fun in that spaghetti. It gets all over him. We have to water him down. The legendary J. Michael's, the best seafood, ice cold beer. Go check it out today. You'll be glad you did. Also, don't forget about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen. 23rd Street, Pier Park. Try it before you buy it. We got 4 newbies, not 1, not 2, not 3. We got 4. Get on the mothership, the best entertainment in the Southeast, every Friday and Saturday night, because that's when Miss Charlotte demands. We'll be right back. 104.3. James, 8:15. What are we doing?
Ferrucci Restaurant.
Ferrucci.
Yep.
Lock it in and rip the knob off. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has turned up the power.
I'm getting an off, James. God, Captain.
From Port St. Joe to Panama City to Fort Walton Beach, the biggest sports signal in the Panhandle.
If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs, with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5, and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food, on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
He's the sexiest man on the planet.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. And James, what are we going to do at 8:15? Remind all the great folks out there today.
Be sure to be listening at 8:15. We have your chance at a $25 gift card to the beautiful Ferrucci Restaurant right here in downtown Panama.
Ferrucci. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's the kind of place Dr. Ward would take his beautiful wife, I think. I think he would really enjoy it. Let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend. I tell you what, I can't say enough good things about him. This is 360, three separate beautiful old men talking about the same doctor. And at first we didn't know who we were talking about. And I said, that's one of my sponsors. Doc, you are incredible with that knife. You really are.
You just can't carve a turkey.
Yeah. I don't know how he's about carving turkey in hand, but he can sure operate. How you doing today?
Having a great morning. How about you fellas?
Man, it couldn't be better. All right, I want to hear, before we get rolling the show, I want to hear about your boy and your daughter. They're both doing good in sports. Talk about them. Be proud.
Yeah, this past weekend was the Trident Cup, which is the big soccer tournament they do every May at Publix Park. And Elizabeth's team, the Bay United 2011s, took the championship. So that was really good. They did not allow a single goal scored against them all weekend. And they won the championship game at the end. When it's 0-0, what do you call that? Not penalty kicks, but they line them all up. I'm not a soccer person, but when it finishes 0-0, you get 5 shots on goal. And they won that one.
Shootout.
Yeah.
I knew that.
So they won that. They won that 4-1. So yeah, great job. Great job by the girls.
Good job, Elizabeth.
And then my son is still between seasons right now. He would have a tournament next weekend, but I bought Morgan Wallen tickets at the Swamp for that weekend. So instead of playing baseball that weekend, we're going to go see Morgan Wallen.
Okay. All right. Well, good. That's good, man. All right. Anything else you want to share with us?
Yeah, it's the last weekend of high school baseball in the Panhandle because it's the regional finals. So everybody who is interested in high-level quality baseball, there will be a game on Friday and Saturday at South Walton. I believe Friday's game starts at 7. It's going to be really high-level baseball because they're playing Sewanee, which is one of the best teams in North Florida. It was a really tight 3-game series that South Walton won last year. And really, Swanee's the only thing standing in their way between that first ever state championship.
I tell you what, Nick's son, I didn't realize how big he was. I saw him on TV. That's a big boy now. He can crush the ball. He can do it all.
Coleman has registered over 100 on many pitches this season, and that's a really fun thing because I'm sure Coleman will be pitching, and it's a fun thing to hear the crowd roar whenever the gun reads 100 or 101. There's a big sign right behind in the stands behind the catcher, and every pitch that's thrown, it gives the velocity on it.
Have they been getting really good crowds over there, Doc?
Very good crowds, and mainly scouts, in one particular section of the bleacher. Coleman is projected to be a first-rounder, and he has a decision to make because, he's also got a scholarship offer with probably a pretty generous NIL package to go pitch at Auburn.
Wow, yeah. Well, we're working on that, Doc. I'm going to be one of the people involved in that, so I won't say anything else about that. Agent.
Taking a cut.
Agent, yeah. Anyway, hey, I got some questions for you guys here in a minute. I love this Jeopardy segment of the show.
Nick Saban, Alabama.
What is Nick Saban?
You got that right. You got that right. Your Florida Gators, baseball, what's going to happen? They going to get hot at the end of the year and do well? Or are they going to fade away?
They are getting hot at the end of the year. I believe Aiden King, their Friday starter, is probably the best pitcher in America, in college baseball in America right now. I mean, he's just totally dominant in all things. Every outing he has, he's just been dominating. Liam Peterson, who is our projected best starter, has had solid outings, not quite as good as Aiden. And then our Sunday pitcher, Sandifer's his name. He pitched a great game against Oklahoma. We took the series in Norman. We get Kentucky at home this weekend, so Kentucky's not. I mean, they're not horrible, but they're not great. So we should win that series. And then, funny enough, at the beginning of the season, it looked like we were ending really tough at LSU, but LSU is totally falling apart. So they're going to continue that Mississippi school tradition of winning the national title in baseball and then not making the playoffs the next year.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's start the Jeopardy play segment. This is to all four of you guys. We start with Dr. Ward. There are 8 teams since 2023 that have won 19-plus home games, not total, home games, 19 plus. There are only 8 of the big boys. We're talking SEC, Big Ten, and I think that's it anyway. There's some smaller schools that we don't ever discuss. Doc, I'll start with you. Can you name the 8 schools that have won 19 plus games since 2023?
At home.
At home.
Georgia, of course.
You are correct. At number 2, the Georgia Bulldogs. Well, Georgia, yes.
Probably Ohio State.
You are correct. Ohio State. He's got it going. You're 6 away.
Home games. I mean, Alabama.
You are correct.
Got to be one of those. Yeah.
And remember, they're in the SEC Big Ten.
Indiana.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
that's right. Kirksey, that first year they didn't do. Yeah, it's 2 years, not 3 years. Okay, my bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Oregon.
You are correct. You're down to 4.
I'm going to phone a friend with the other coaches.
Okay, he's on a lifeline. Brian, help him. Glenn, help him.
23 wasn't great, but I'm going to say A&M.
Yeah. James, help him.
I'll go Texas.
You are correct, sir. Y'all are down to, you got 3 to go. Glenn, help him.
FSU.
1.9 games.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Michigan.
Gosh.
I want to say Oklahoma, but it's not.
Guys, we're down to 3 schools. Okay?
Miami.
Dang. You've got
Notre Dame. Wow.
Let me help you out. You've got all 3 of them are from the SEC. All 3 are from the SEC. Big Ten's done.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
You are correct. You're down to 2.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be LSU, even though I think they've been terrible.
Doc, is he right?
LSU probably won.
You are correct.
You
are correct. 19 plus.
And
one more.
Tennessee's probably the last one.
Vandy.
It ain't Vandy. Y'all, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough.
It's not Auburn. It's not Florida.
Missouri.
You are correct.
Oh,
Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri. Y'all did good. Tell them what they won, James.
Nothing.
Love and admiration of all of our
named
fans.
every team in the country.
Oh, my God. Doc, I got to find this
was terrible.
as we're looking. Let's talk about skin cancer real quick as I'm looking this up because I don't think you're going to like it. I didn't like it, but we got to
You didn't like skin
address it.
cancer? Well, good.
What happens, what can we do to protect ourselves? If we do have something, where do we go to see you? Where are you located? But first, tell us about skin cancer, what we can do to protect ourselves.
So the first thing you do to protect yourself from skin cancer is to protect your skin from the sun. We know that ultraviolet rays is what is the primary cause of skin cancer. So if you're going to be out there, cover up with clothing. If you can't cover up with clothing, put that sunscreen on and reapply every hour, hour and a half, or any time you towel off because you're just wiping it off when you towel off the sweat. And then if you do see something that isn't going away, bleeding for no reason, changing size, shape, or color, do not wait. Give us a call at 233-3376. We can see you at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Watersound, Santa Rosa Beach, Panama City Beach, Panama City, Port St. Joe, Mariana, Bonifay, or Phoenix Springs. 5 minutes is all it takes to get looked at head to toe and make sure your skin is healthy and cancer-free.
Now, I'm telling you, when you're younger, you don't think about these things, and that's where you do the damage. It catches up with you over a period of time. If you're a female, 2 things you got to really worry about is breast cancer, skin cancer. And I know for a fact, I had to go down and get operated in South Florida. Here, they know what they're doing. They're incredible. You're not treated like cattle. They do an incredible job. Dr. Ward is the guy you want to go see. Nobody else. Locals taking care of locals. That's what we have here, the legend. We'll be right back with Dr. Ward. Right now, let's talk about some of our other wonderful people we have. Glenn, I was going to tell you that David Adams Design Jewelry, they got an estate sale going on all month. And it's pretty incredible, man. They got some really nice stuff. If you want to get some great deals on things like that, you go see them. Also, don't forget about Steve's Bike Shop. Steve Birdshaw is a swim coach at Mosley High School. They've been in business. Steve's Bike Shop's been in business since 1979. Locals taking care of locals. Are you kidding me? Electrical bikes are taking over the world. The standard bikes, new and used, they'll deal with you. If you get something that's broken on yours, you made a mistake, bought it from a national chain, and the tires never stay pumped up. You know what I'm talking about if you bought one there. Take it to Steve's. He'll fix it up, and you'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Dr. Ward, we get back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Real local winners.
Bobby, you have won the Orlando Magic Detroit Pistons Game 6 playoff tickets. Are you excited, my friend?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I've been watching the Magic since I was a kid. Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, Shaq. I remember when they first started, and that was like the glory days.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, some sun and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze out of the south around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 73. Tomorrow, a small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by mostly clouds and a temperature near 80. Moving into Friday, about the same with a high of 78 and lightly sprinkling. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601, 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
And here we go.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evening 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome, excuse me, welcome. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm about to choke here. Glenn has his hands around my neck trying to choke me. Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. 8:15 today. What are they going to win? What do they get?
It is Ferrucci Restaurante. We got a $25 gift card for lucky caller number 10.
Ooh, baby, that's going to be awesome. Dr. Ward's with us. Let's bring him back on. Doc, I don't know how I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to read it. Don't shoot me. Just listen to what it says, and I'll ask you who wrote this later. Florida is not a blue blood. Florida joined the SEC in 1932. They won their first SEC football championship in 1991, almost 60 years. They won their last conference title in 2008. They were good for 17 years out of 95. They are not a blue blood. Doc, what did you think about that?
I know who wrote it. Bill Fulmer.
I mean, you could say the exact same thing about Georgia. I mean, like, yeah, they've been great under Kirby, but and they won a lot of games under the guy before Mark Richt, but they didn't win many championships under actually 0 national titles under Mark Richt, and maybe 1 or 2 SEC championships under him. Mm-hmm. So I think if you want to look at what qualifies you as a blue blood, national titles, we have 3, which obviously Alabama has way more than that, but 3's pretty solid. We have 3 Heisman Trophy winners, which historically is pretty good number 2. But yeah, I mean, I think Florida's clearly a tier 1 school, but if you look at what you would want to call a football blue blood, really in the SEC, you've only got Alabama, who's clearly above everybody else, and then you've got a bunch of schools that have had good runs. So
Florida's one of the greatest jobs in all of college football. Location, everything. It's
and look, and one thing I will say, look at what Summerall's doing recruiting right now. We just had I think we had 4 guys recruit commit in the last 3 days, and we're up to number, I think, 7 or 8 in the recruit rankings, which is higher than we've ever been. Not ever, but since Urban Meyer, we haven't been that high. I think Muschamp maybe had 1 or 2 recruiting classes that were good. So Summerall's tearing it up. I'm pretty excited about what he's bringing and the energy he's bringing into the program. So, let's just all see where things land this year.
Auburn and Florida are going to be 2 teams that surprise people. I truly believe that. Top 20 colleges with the this is the key word, NCAA recognized national championships. And you are correct, sir. Florida State, Texas A&M, Clemson, and Florida all have won 3. I would question Texas A&M about official. But anyway, at number 1, the Alabama Crimson Tide has officially 18 national championships. At number 2, And they won a lot of these way back in the day. I'm talking way back, before Glenn was born. Michigan with 12. Notre Dame is number 3 with USC. Both of those have 11. Then you have Pitt, Ohio State, both with 9. You got Oklahoma, Minnesota with 7. Then it's Tennessee with 6, Michigan State 6, Nebraska, Miami both have 5. LSU and Georgia Tech have 4, along with Texas. Then again, you have the Florida Gators, Florida State, Clemson, and Texas A&M with 3. And this article says this is recognized by the NCAA. That's some really good schools right there. There's a lot of blue bloods we just mentioned right there, in my opinion. Doc?
Yeah, I mean, I think most people would say Clemson is a blue blood and Texas A&M is a blue blood. So I mean, you got to put Florida right in there. So, to each their own. Opinions are like or whatever they're worth.
I'm trying to find this other thing I want to cover with you, but I can't find it as usual. When I need it, I don't have it. Let me ask you this: we just saw something, and we've been talking about it. The championship games are going to die, and I think they'll probably happen after this year. I think we'll have them this year. I think you'll have the SEC championship this year. Our commissioner wants us to keep them, and money. It's all about the money. I think our commissioner, people love him. I think he's outstanding, but I thought he made a mistake. There's a problem. Houston, we have a problem. The Big Ten, record-breaking $1.37 billion shared with their 18 teams. Ohio State's bringing in $92 million. $92 million more than any other school. They won the national championship. They go back in their records. Now, SEC, we're about $300 million shy of what the Big Ten brought in. I said it then. I thought it was a mistake getting rid of the CBS. Why did we go to bed with a woke ABC and nobody else? I didn't get that. The Big Ten Commission was smart. They have network deals with NBC, Fox, and CBS. Streaming's going to be the next big deal. So I think we screwed up. And obviously we did. We're $300 million behind the Big Ten. Look what's been going on in the Big Ten. They're winning national championships left and right. I hope they don't do it in baseball. I hope we can do it. But if they do, they swept the big 3 sports there. But what's your take on the SEC championship game, which has been such a big success? And it's going. Brian, didn't you say that it's now official? The NCAA has brought it to the committees.
No, it's the AFCA has proposed it to the oversight committee.
Committee. Okay, so when they do that,
it's early in the process.
Yeah, it's coming. These days are coming. Brian came up with a great idea about 4 years ago, Doc, where the bowl games are going to – they go to 24 playoff teams, it's over. The bowls are done. But he came up with a great idea. This was 3 or 4 years ago. Let's move all the bowl games where the players will play to week 1. And you still – they'll make the selection this time of year. This is who you're going to play. They'll have a show about it. Everybody will go. Because I would hate to hurt the cities that have been so good – that represented the bowl games. It helped college football, all the history of that to go away. Let's have week 1 or week 0, whatever you want to call it, for the bowl games. What's your thoughts on the SEC championship going away, and what's your thought about these moving the bowl games to the week? Like we have the Classic in Atlanta. That's been successful. I went and watched Alabama and FSU play one year. That was incredible. What's your take on all this stuff we just mentioned?
Yeah, I do think now that we're into a college football playoff that that there's really no benefit anymore to playing in a conference championship game, and that if you can make the revenue through the college football playoff, that getting rid of that is it's a tradition that will be missed, but it really serves no purpose anymore. And if you want to really protect your student athletes, taking one game off the schedule when you're adding games through a playoff would protect them. I think it would be a fabulous concept to make the bowl games a preseason game based on the prior year's, get to 6 wins the prior year, and then instead of doing the bowls, which quite frankly right now, since the playoffs, I don't even think I've watched a bowl game that my team wasn't in, just because they're meaningless. And yeah, why not give the teams that qualify for a bowl an extra week of spring practice and an extra week of summer practice, and that's your reward. You get extra practices.
Yeah.
And it's with the team you're building for the next year. And I think it would be. I think everyone would watch, quality non-conference scheduled games that kick the season off.
Absolutely, Doc. What's the best way to get up with you? 1 in 5 develop skin cancers. It can be deadly, especially females. Pay attention. Stay on the tanning beds. But if you have a problem, where do they go, Doc?
Come see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Mariana, Defuniak Springs, Bonifay, Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Water Sound, or Santa Rosa Beach. 5 minutes is all it takes to get checked head to toe to make sure your skin is healthy and cancer-free. Call us 233-3376 to schedule your appointment today.
Doc, we'll talk to you next Wednesday. You have a great week.
Y'all as well.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hi, TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. Kyle Vandergriff is incredible. His family are incredible. Judy, Don, legendary family here in Bay County, but Kyle is unreal. They don't just do roofs. They can build a school. They can build a building. They can build a farm. When you name it, he can do it. They design, build, commercial, residential. They do it all. Kyle won't be here this Friday. He might be in here this Thursday. We'll see. Turpo Pest Control. You want your yard like a golf course? Yes, you do. You want to get bugs out of your house for good? Yes, you do. Who are you going to go with? Patrick. Turpo Pest Control #1. Is he local? Yeah, you better believe it. His beautiful daughter's a cheerleader at Mosey High School. His son will be going to Mosey. Is he going now, or will be going?
We'll be going.
We'll be going. It's going to be on the fish team and everything else. We'll be right back. 104.3. We got Brian. We got the legendary Glenn Manley. And we got James. We get back. Alabama. Be right back.
While other radio stations are playing national contests with winners in Timbuktu, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has real local winners.
Hi, this is Dave Meat from Panama City Beach.
Bona fide and certified local.
Man, that's fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. I just won $250 from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, some sun and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze out of the south around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 73. Tomorrow, a small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by mostly clouds and a temperature near 80. Moving into Friday, about the same with a high of 78 and lightly sprinkling. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Men, 40% of us over 40 experience ED, but the blue pill isn't your only option. And ladies, are you living with bladder leaks? At Thrive Alternative Medicine, they're introducing the Umcella Chair, a non-invasive FDA-approved treatment for urinary incontinence and sexual wellness. It's simple. Sit in the chair, fully clothed for 28 minutes. The Umcella Chair uses high-frequency energy to stimulate your pelvic floor muscles. Patients report better sexual satisfaction and improved bladder control. Call Thrive Alternative Medicine, 850-655-7090.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. The greatest fight song in the history of college football.
That we haven't heard in quite a while.
Roll Tide, roll. Love that thing, man. Hate them or love them, you know what it is. Alabama. Alabama update. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. That's what you get from Stevenson Air Conditioning. Never go with national brand. Go with locals. Someone you can trust. When they tell you they're going to be there, they're there. That's what you get with Stevenson Air Conditioning. He does not try to take every penny of your pocket. The guy is incredible. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Jason, it's not even close. Because Jason Kovaleski's like me. He went with him. And he did his store and his home. He says the best investment he's made. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, not even close. All right, Brian, I want to apologize. I thought I had written down who wrote this article and what publication. I want to say 24/7. It wasn't like ESPN. It was something else. And I wanted to write the guy's name down because I was just shocked when I got through going through. I'm going to read the whole list, then come back and rank these, okay?
All right.
This is the 7 most accomplished college football hires of all time. Of all time, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to number. I'm just going to go randomly, then I'll come back and I'll tell you how they ranked
like
them.
accomplished at the time, or what
Now,
they
it can be
went on to accomplish.
Here's the wording: accomplished. That was it. So it could be, I guess, something outstanding, and maybe it could be something bad. I'm not sure. Right. I'm not sure about that. But here we go. I'm going to start with a guy that we all know.
It's #1 or #7?
Well, I'm not going to say. I'm going to go through all of them, then come back and tell you, and then you're going to go, what? This one was my dad liked him. I watched him. I love what he did on the sidelines. He was a living legend. Ohio State's Woody Hayes. Okay. He was hired in 1951. Hayes came from Miami of Ohio. He had a 14-5 record there. They won the Salad Bowl his last year, went 9-1 in 1950. Okay, his first-year contract with the Ohio State Buckeyes paid $12,500. But remember, 1951, that was money. That was pretty good money. He won 3 national championships. They give him 5, but recognize 3. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. His record at Ohio State was incredible. 205 wins, 61 losses, 10 ties. The legendary Woody Hayes.
Okay.
The next one that made the list, Alabama's Paul Bear Bryant. 25 years at Alabama, where he played, took over a team that hadn't won, I think, in 3 or 4 years.
Here's Whitworth.
Yes. He made Alabama a national power. He won 6 national championships at Alabama. He won 232 games at Alabama, lost 46 with 9 ties. Considered by many as the greatest football coach in history, Paul Bear Bryant. The next one, in no order, Notre Dame's Eric Parsegian. He was hired in 1963 from Northwestern. 11 seasons at Notre Dame. He won 95 games, lost 17, and tied 4. National championships in 1966.
Stole that one.
Stole it from Alabama. And then in 1973, Alabama missed an extra point, and he won. So Alabama has been burned by him.
Well, Parsegian's one of the more underrated football coaches of all time.
All time, no doubt. Now, he took some heat in 1966, but he was smart. You can't get on to him because what he did worked great for him. He won a national championship. Michigan State, Notre Dame played for the national championship. They were about 2 minutes to go in the game. He sat on the ball, didn't try to score. They tie. People booed him. I think the game was played at Michigan State, too, I think. So, but Alabama had won 2 in a row, went undefeated in 1966.
Yeah, the 66 team was the best of the 3.
Best of all of them, Kenny Stabler. But they had all the civil rights going on. Nobody would vote for Alabama. It was a political deal. And Notre Dame was rewarded the national championship. So everybody got on to him for not playing for the win. Hey, he knew what he was doing. He won a championship. You got to leave him alone. Texas A&M. He's on the list. I know you're interested in this one. Jackie Sherrill, 1982.
Interesting.
You got to remember this. This is what freaked everybody out. He became the Hyatt. it wasn't even close to what Bear Bryant was making, but official, what he made from the school, was the highest. It blew everybody's mind. He made $300,000 when he was hired was it 82 or 87? 87.
No, 82.
82. Yeah. Yes, right, 82. That's huge money back then. I think that's why he made this. His record at A&M, he turned it around, but not like they really wanted. 52, 28, and 1. That, again, was huge money. Now, Tennessee's Johnny Majors was hired in 1976. He came from Pitt. 16 years at Tennessee. He was 116, 62, and 8. He was asked to resign. Remember, after he left, Jackie won the national championship at Pitt, is that right?
Well, no, Majors won it.
That's right.
And then Jackie had another great year in 80 with Pitt, where he took him to the game
lost
against
to Georgia. That's right. You're right.
But yeah. Fulmer kind of pushed Majors out, but you can make an argument that he needed to be pushed out.
The next this accomplished hire of all time, Michigan, Bo Schembechler, was hired in 1968. He was not a big name. They wanted different people. There were other names being mentioned. They were kind of surprised when they went this way. Hey, it worked out like you would not believe. Bo won 194 games, lost 48, tied 5. 10 Rose Bowl appearances. Back then, you only went to Rose Bowl or you didn't go. 10-year award Woody Hayes was a legendary Bo Schembechler. And the last one, this one I wanted to tear the paper up. I can't comprehend why this was done.
Lane Kiffin.
Rich Rodriguez, Michigan, 2007. He came from West Virginia. At Michigan, 15 and 22. I don't know how they. How did that happen?
Fine. I don't understand what he's trying to say by the word accomplished. If he's trying to say they had the best resume at the time, then you'd have to throw a few of those out. If you're trying to say what they did, clearly Rich Rod wouldn't be in there.
Exactly.
To me, again, it totally depends on what you're asking in the question. If it's accomplished in what they've done before, Majors makes sense because he's coming off a national championship. Nick Saban would make sense because he's won a national championship and he's been in the NFL.
They didn't even have him on there.
If you're talking about consequential to the university, Paterno and Bowden have to be 1 and 2 because they completely established the football program and sent both of those schools on a better trajectory. If you talk about going down into the depths and finding the next superstar, then you start looking at a Bo or a Woody or guys like that you're kind of picking out of very small, somewhat unknown, backgrounds and things like that. I don't know what
listen to the ranking. Wait till you hear the ranking. Let's go.
I just don't know what he means by accomplished.
At number 7 was Woody Hayes.
Okay.
At number 6 was Bear Bryant. Number 5 was Air Parsegian, Notre Dame. Number 4 was Bo Schembechler, Michigan. And number 3 was Tennessee Johnny Majors. That was in 1976.
Yeah.
At number 2, Texas A&M Jackie Sherrill. That had to be about the money. He just came off a great season with run.
That was good for college football coaches.
Yeah. And then Rich Rod was number 1. How did they? And he was terrible at Michigan.
Again, I just don't know what. I mean, he was certainly sought. Excuse me, certainly sought after.
At the time, he could have had the Alabama job at one time.
But again, I don't know if I understand what he was trying to do. But you could ask that question a million different ways. Like Parsegian, I think, is one of the most underrated football coaches in history. But his hire wasn't as consequential as the Rockne one was.
Well, I'm like you. I think Bobby Bowden, how could you leave that out?
Bowden and Paterno were consequential to their universities. Again, they weren't accomplished at the time. They really weren't known. I mean, Bobby had coached at Samford?
West Virginia.
And Joe, I think, was on the staff. I think he had maybe been at a smaller school in New York.
Woody had coached at Miami of Ohio 14, 15.
I'll tell you another one that changed the trajectory of the university and the program. Howard Schnellenberger at Miami.
There you go. Yeah, that's
right.
That one might have been the best of all time.
That completely changed it.
And
I just don't know what they're
and
trying
you remember
to claim.
Bobby said if Howard would have stayed at Miami, he'd have won more games in any college football coaching
Yeah,
history.
he did,
And
yeah.
I think he's right about that. Bear Bryant loved that guy. Alabama baseball, disappointing. They lost to Troy last night. Softball.
Doesn't matter.
I haven't kept up really with the softball.
They're in the
you got the
NCAA,
scores?
no, I think they played it tomorrow because they were the second seed in the NCAA tournament or the SEC tournament, but I don't know who they've. We talked about it Monday.
And
they were going to
Florida's
play one
yeah.
of three teams, and I can't remember. Let me see if I can come up with it.
Yeah, Florida's playing their first round
Florida
Thursday.
and Alabama will play tomorrow. That is Thursday.
Yeah. Florida and
will
Alabama?
So
be
Florida got
at
through.
10 a.m. Yep. Alabama will be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's going to be a heck of a game now. That's two good teams right there. Really good teams.
Wait, are you sure on that?
Yeah, they're not playing each other. Florida
No.
has
So,
Thursday,
so here's
Alabama
where
has
we
the
are.
Second game.
So today's games are Auburn and Texas A&M. The winner will play Florida.
Okay.
Mississippi State and Arkansas. The winner will play Alabama. Then Ole Miss and Tennessee. The winner plays Texas. And then Georgia versus LSU. The winner plays Oklahoma. So Alabama's going to play the winner of number 10 Mississippi State, number 7 Arkansas.
Well, I will tell you, Florida will be playing A&M. Auburn softball team is not very good.
Yeah, they're number 14. However, they did beat number 11 Missouri to get to the second round.
Okay. All right. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Stevenson Air Conditioning. I tell you what, they tell you they're going to be there, they're there. I love seeing that truck in Bay Point. All our friends out there use them. So should you. If you have a problem anytime, day or night, you call Stevenson Air Conditioning. You call locals calling locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Today, what's today, Glenn?
World famous Spaghetti Day.
J. Michael's Spaghetti, baby. Ooh, it's some good stuff, baby. Only at lunch and dinner. That's it. You'll love it every Wednesday.
It's National
Best
Car Wash
seafood,
Day for
S
me.
Car Wash. They got everything. You screwed my mouth. I said car wash.
Oh,
Best food out there, best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's.
Well,
Speaking of that, some more.
Peppers. What?
I think it's time, almost.
Oh, yeah. Peppers Mexican Grill. Go check it out. I could not believe. It was like being at a college football game. It's so packed out.
Cinco de Mayo,
The place
man.
is unbelievable. Right. The food's incredible. And on Mondays, Military Day, 10% off. House margaritas, draft beer. Go check it out. You'll love it. They got great food, great atmosphere, great place to have birthday parties, especially Panama City Beach Parkway. Tell them Coach sent you, and I really appreciate that. Also, Russ, Amber, Patrick, love those people. Wonderful people. David Adamson, designer jewelry. They can make whatever you want. Nose ring, toe ring, anything you want. You got jewelry you want to sell, go see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They'll give you a good deal on it. They got a wish list in there. Tell them, write down the board what you want, and your boyfriend, girlfriend, send them in there, and they'll get it. If they love and care. But Glenn, I got my wish list, and I'm sending you down there to get it for me.
All right.
The other one I want to do before we get out of here, I just went right out of my mind. What were we getting ready to do? Oh, we're getting ready to give it away. What is it? What is it?
Barucci Restaurante in beautiful downtown Panama City.
Get the phones ready. Crank them up. Start calling. Don't tell them which number. It might be 10, it might be 75, it might be 1. It's different, so call now. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. FSU, Auburn.
Caller 10 wins a $25 gift card in the Ferrucci Feast. Call now. 850-215-6290. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has your chance to win true Italian flavor in the Ferrucci Feast. Homemade pasta, handcrafted sauces, and centuries-old recipes. Listen weekdays at 8:15 and 5:15 for the cue to call. When you hear it, be caller 10 at 850-215-6290 and win a $25 gift card to Ferrucci Restaurante in downtown Panama City from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, some sun and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze out of the south around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 73. Tomorrow, a small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by mostly clouds and a temperature near 80. Moving into Friday, about the same with a high of 78 and lightly sprinkling. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
If you spend any time at all in your yard, you're going to encounter fire ants.
We know they can ruin a party. That's why we're this area's experts at fire ant elimination.
As your certified top choice professional, we will rid your yard of these unwanted invaders. Brock Pest is so sure they'll get rid of fire ants that they offer a 1-year guarantee.
Enjoy your yard fire ant free. We guarantee it. Give us a call for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting yours since 1968.
This Mother's Day, celebrate the love that never fades with a gift that lasts forever. At Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, find Mother's Day jewelry made to honor every child, every chapter, every memory. From timeless classics to special pieces that show love. Jewelry that captures the unique bond between mother and child. Make her Mother's Day unforgettable at Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry, your diamond headquarters for over 50 years.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail, from Shell Island to 30A, we're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna. Hey, hey, hey. Every Thursday is Mark McLeod. Wednesday. Every Wednesday is Mark McLeod Day. So we're going to switch it up. We're going to do FSU and then talk a little bit of Auburn at the end. Hey, we've been hanging up. We got 9 callers. We need one more caller. 215-6299. Next one that calls, get the, what will they get? $25 gift certificate.
Gift card too for Rucci Restaurante right here in beautiful Panama City.
We'll pay for your lunch or dinner at Ferrucci's.
You don't have to get Italian, but you can get some great steak. Matt can cook them.
215-6290. 215-6290. Call right now and get yourself a thing. All right, then what do you got for us on FSU? Brought to you by Newbies. Hey, there's 4 wonderful newbies.
Yep.
Newbies 2 on the curve. Go watch all sporting events, softball on the SEC Network, SEC baseball games, Atlanta Braves, whatever. Then head to the mothership, especially on the weekends. She's going to have the best bands in Southeast down there for you. Great entertainment. Get out to one of the 4 newbies. Tell them Coach sent you. What do you got for FSU?
Building on Bayview would be a great place to go.
Didn't you say stay away from the school bus?
Yeah, I did. Stay away from the school bus. That baby will run over you and back up and run over you again.
Yes,
all right, FSU football. FSU baseball last night. They beat Jacksonville University 5-2. That's the 3rd win over Jacksonville this year, so they swept the series. They're ranked number 14 in Division I. They're 39-14. They are 15-9 in the ACC, which makes them number 4, which is going to be important coming into the playoff. And so, all right.
We got a winner. Al's on the phone. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, guys.
Where do you live?
I live in Chipley.
All right, good. Thank you. What team you love? Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Florida? Who you love?
Florida A&M.
Hey,
Rattlers.
all right.
Rattlers.
Rattlers. Good job.
Good job, yeah.
Well, listen, you know about this restaurant down here?
No, I don't.
Hey, listen.
I love it.
You are absolutely going to love it. They got great steaks. They got Italian. They got it all down there. And it is beautiful. It's downtown on Harrison Avenue. I'm telling you, you're going to love it, man. James, you got to tell him how to get everything. I certainly appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. What about you? What do you think? Let me ask before you get out of here. Before you get out of here, let me ask something. Who's going to win the SEC, in your opinion, in football?
Probably Georgia.
Georgia or Texas, I think.
If they got a Texas, Georgia, Georgia got a lot of I tell you what, Florida's going to have a pretty good year.
Yes, they are.
Because a lot of teams, when they're not looking for you, you can hit them in the head.
There
know?
you go.
There you go.
All right, I got another question for you. LSU, Lane Kiffin, year one. He brought in the number one transfer class. How good will they be in his first year? You think he can do something in year one?
Fools go. I mean,
there you go.
Fools go?
Fools go, yeah.
All right, man. All right, Al, don't hang up. James going to tell you what you got to do to get your gift certificate. Go have a great time. Thank you so much for listening. We ever can do anything for you, just give us a call, okay?
I listen to you guys all the time, man. Great. I'm from Bunchtown, but I listen to you guys all the time.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sir.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Al.
Yep.
Hey, I love that.
Bunchtown's a great football team themselves. Yeah.
Big Al, I like that. Go ahead, Glenn. What else you got?
All right, well, listen, the ACC baseball tournament starts the 19th through the 24th, but FSU finishes up their season at Clemson. Clemson is 28-20, and they are 8-16, number 15 in the ACC. The tournament starts the 19th through the 24th of May. All 16 teams will be playing in the tournament. The top 4 teams get a double bye. That will be Georgia Tech number 1. That'll be in North Carolina number 2, FSU number 3. And this weekend will determine whether it be Miami, Virginia, or Boston College as to who's going to be the number 4 team. On May the 19th, it's the first round. Seeds 9 through 16 will play. The second round is on May the 20th. That will be seeds 5 through 8. They will play the winners of the first round. And then on Thursday will be the winners of the top 4 teams will play the winners of the 5 through 8. So, and then on the 23rd, they'll have the semis, and then on the 24th will be the final. And then that Monday or that Sunday, they will have the super regional, the regionals and all that coming up. Softball team, they're ranked number 13th in Division I, 46-8, 21-3 in the ACC. That means they're number 1, so they'll be the top seed. They don't play until Thursday. Duke is number 2 at 26-4, and number 3 is Virginia Tech, and number 4 is going to be Stanford. And the reason Stanford's important is because FSU will play the winner of Georgia Tech and Notre Dame on Thursday, and then Stanford wins, then Stanford and FSU will play, and the 3 losses FSU has this year is from Stanford, so that's going to be that's going to be a big thorn in their side.
Absolutely.
But I think FSU's softball team will come back. When they went over there, I know how Stanford and California feel now, because they went over there and it's 7 o'clock there, but it's 10 o'clock in Tallahassee. And so, so your time clock's all off. And so getting, acclimated to what's happening out there. So that's kind of has something to do with it. But to lose all 3 games says a lot for Stanford. Okay, now in football, one of the arguments I had is I didn't think they should have Ashton Daniels as the number 1 quarterback. But according to Taylor Devers, who is a writer for the Chop Chat, and this was written yesterday about 5 o'clock. 3 reasons why Daniels should be the better option to start the season for FSU. First of all, they say he has more experience in college football, which he does, but he has more losses than anybody in college football. And number 2, he's the higher upside end of 2025 because FSU, went on a losing streak, and at least he played against Vandy and Bama and was 49 of 83 for 59%, 612 yards and 3 touchdowns. So they perceive that as being better than if they put Sperry in. So that's another thing. And also, they are saying that by having him play first, that will give Kevin Sperry and Malachi Marshall another year of development. Hopefully, Sperry will stick around, because it just shows a lot of times that they're not going to take the quarterback that's there. They're going to bring in somebody out of the transfer portal, so that's not a good thing. And then, of course, FSU, out of the last 10 years, they had 8 losing seasons. So he's on the hot spot, and we all think it's not going to be any good, but somebody came to the rescue out of the blue. USA Today said believe that FFU would be in the top 25
Saw
this year.
that, yeah.
So anyway, so they got playmakers on offense like Deuce Robinson, who was over 1,000 yards last year. Running back Trey Wisner from Texas, and also Cromah, who is, he had a bunch of touchdowns, broke a bunch of tackles, but they didn't let him run as much. So they were trying to figure out what was going on. In the defense, they said they got a solid secondary. Mandrell Desir is a defensive lineman. He's going to have to play a lot better, and they've got to win those 50-50 games when it's close, so that's one of the things. And they said they will probably not make the playoffs, but they think they'll be in the top 6 in the ACC, and they're thinking they will win 8 to 9 games this year. So that's USA Today's pick on it. I'm a little optimistic about that, so we'll have to see what goes on with those guys.
Hopefully they know what they're talking about for FSU.
Hopefully, yes.
CBS did a survey, returning snaps from each play, and that what that means is the kids that played, how many times the ball was snapped in a football game. Total production coming back for FSU based on total snaps of a team, not very good. They're way back at 98th in the nation. 32% of the total snaps are back from last year's team. That could be a good thing, though. You got rid of maybe some players that can't play, maybe replace them with better players. Offense production coming back, number of snaps, 24%, which ranks 116th in the nation. That's not good. Defense, Florida State's got 41% of the players that played the most snaps, 41% are returning. That's 60 in the country. So, again, total snaps returning, Florida State's 98th in the country. The more you play, if they stay there, develop, they get better. The more reps, more snaps, you get better. Notre Dame was the number 1 team. Total snaps returning for Notre Dame with that weak schedule they have, they're going to be there, man. They're going to be really good. They got 66% total snaps coming back on their team, which is number 1 in the nation. 57% back on offense, ranked 17th in the nation. 73% on defense, which ranks 2nd in the country. So that was the number 1. Florida State was 98. The Auburn Tigers were way back at 115. Auburn's only got 27% total snaps back, 11% on offense, and they brought a lot of players in from there, which ranks 133. On defense, Auburn has 43% coming back, snaps played, which ranks 55, which is pretty good. All right, get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Have a wonderful time. Steve Perna is the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job.
Absolutely.
His restaurant, though, when they walk in, you never have someone with a bad attitude. Nobody's frowning. Everybody's got a smile on their face. You feel like you're at home. You feel like it's like your family to the people. And I don't know if I think he trains that way. I think he hires outstanding people because they're really good people there. The service, customer service, unbelievable. The food's unbelievable. And the atmosphere. TV's everywhere. Watch all the sporting events, breaking news all the time right there. If you're Mosley Dolphins, get out there before the ball games and after the games. Graduation, go have you having a party. You want it catered. Call Pat. Tell him what you want. They'll have it waiting for you. They are incredible. Also, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Go see Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN, Northwest Florida. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. And I want to thank John Sharp for Newbies. Love Newbies. Get out to support all 4 of them. Newbies 2 on the Curve, the new one in St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment all summer long on the weekends. Get out to Newbies and tell them Coach sends you. We'll be right back. We got Glenn in here. We got Patrick.
Really?
I thought I saw him. We got James.
Charter Senior
Ryan. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN. Mark McLeod, the Florida Gators. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Real local winners.
You are our $25 gift card for Ferrucci's Restaurante in downtown beautiful Panama City. Congratulations.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. I can take the lady out now.
There you go. What's your name, sir?
It's Jerry Wayne.
Jerry Wayne. Well, congratulations, Jerry Wayne. And let me ask you an old school question. What station gives out the best prizes in Panama City?
104.3.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to espnpc.com. Bruh.
Operation Spay Bay Vaccine Clinic in Fountain, Florida, coming up May 16th. Yes, it's 17822 Center Drive, Fountain, Florida. Operation Spay Bay will be having a vaccination clinic on May 16th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Free rabies vaccines with $20 exam going to be in your area, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on May the 16th in Fountain, Florida. Operation Spay Bay. Get them fixed today.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the Jane Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Go Gators! You ain't a Gator, you're a Gator hater, baby. We got him on. You love listening to him every Wednesday, 8:30 Central Time. The great one, Mark McLeod. Mark, how you doing, sir?
Hey, doing well, Coach. Good to be on with you guys.
Thank you so much for sharing time with us. You know it's Wednesday, world famous J. Michael Spaghetti, and I tell you what, Mark McLeod loves it, and so do I. Mark, I want to go over a couple things with you before I turn you loose. CBS came up with I'm pretty sure it was CBS. They ranked all the returning snaps, and listed them, ranked them. And I've already said I think the surprise team is going to be the Florida Gators and Auburn Tigers. I think both those teams are going to be good this year compared to what they've been anyway. Florida comes ranked, according to this, 28th in the nation, total snaps returning. 38% of that is on offense, which out of the country is number 73. Defense, 63% of their snaps are coming back on defense, which is 8th in the nation. So you would think defensively is going to be the strong suit this year. Michigan was ranked 29th in the country, total snaps back. Miami Hurricanes, 43. Alabama was 64, total snaps coming back. FSU, 98th in the nation. And Auburn way back at 115. Now, Auburn's got a lot of guys coming from South Florida. I know you're looking at all the SEC teams now. You're doing all the research. I know it's way too early, but what's your thoughts right now on some of these post-spring polls, the depth charts, who's brought in great play? Like LSU has the number one transfer class, so it doesn't really matter the number of snaps coming back for them. They've brought in some really good ball players. But what are you hearing? What's your thoughts on this coming up year, SEC, Big Ten teams? Give us a little rundown who you've been covering and what you know.
Yeah, look, I think there are a couple of Big Ten teams going to do really well, maybe 3, actually, if you're looking at the top 10 or so. But I think this is a year where the SEC has a bit of a bounce back. But the problem with the SEC is there's not that dominant team. I mean, Georgia is pretty set up. Georgia looks pretty doggone good. They really do. They've got a few things to work out depth-wise, but I think when you look at the offensive line, you look at the quarterback position is in good shape. I think wide receiver play, I think overall they're going to be better than they were, at least my conversation with Dean Legge. The tight end room is stacked. That tight end room is insane at Georgia, just like the linebacker room at Georgia is really pretty insane. So those are two major positions of strength. But also I think the running back room is going to be better at Georgia. So I think you look at all that, and then you look at Georgia, they needed to make some moves, but they have some talent coming back on the front seven, but particularly at linebacker. They are loaded at linebacker, and I think that's a big plus for them. Secondary, couple things they needed to do, but they hit the portal and got 2 or 3 guys in, whether they'll be starters or backups, but the key reserves, that remains to be seen. But with injuries and everything, I think Georgia looks really good. And then, of course, LSU, you talk about LSU's kind of the unknown. I mean, we know they have a lot of players back. We know Kiffin's going to get production, going to get that offense going. I'm real curious to see how it all pulls together and it fits together in year one.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to go back to Georgia real quick. You watch that offense, and a lot of people get mad at Bobo. I like what he does. He makes them physical. He controls the clock, which helps the defense. It rests the defense. And Kirby's a defensive-minded guy. If they have an outstanding kicking game, they're going to be right up there fighting for everything. But I think the only thing about the entire team maybe is a weakness is the downfield passing attack. They didn't really hit a lot of big plays downfield, and they lost some receivers, but they didn't seem to have great playmakers at receivers last year, and you just addressed that. But what do you think about their passing game? Am I right about that?
Yeah, and that was my conversation with Dean Legge, who is the publisher of Dog Post, and I've known Dean for, good grief, 20-something years. He's been coming on the show with me. He said the same thing. Look, at wide receiver, Georgia just didn't really have any big playmakers. Now they've got a couple guys who are untested, really unproven, but they believe they have it, and they have a super speedy running back in the program that they spent the spring throwing out to him on some wheel routes and doing some different things with him. So Bobo, that's the one thing that Bobo lacks in that offense is big playmakers that we've seen Georgia have in the past. We've seen certainly LSU and Alabama and other schools have had those guys, but Ohio State's loaded at wide receiver and have been for years. But you look at Georgia, and I think that's the one area. But the offensive line coming back intact largely, and adding even more talent with regards to the reserves, growing another year older into college football. And you look at what they have at tight end. My goodness, Gunnar Stockton has options at tight end. So, I think that, plus the running back room being better, maybe that'll help the offense overall. But you're right about Bobo. Look, there are a lot of fans who would love to see Kirby part with Bobo, but that's just not going to happen.
No.
And, at center, Kirby talked about the fact that center, they had here's what Kirby said offensive line-wise. He said, for the first time, we've had 3 units on our offensive line because of the expansion of the roster, as we all know, guys. But he's had 3 units rotate. He said, and we were making sure we were giving these guys repetitions. Because, again, Bobo, the center, Drew Bobo, he was out. They had a couple other linemen get banged up, but that was fine. He said we still were able to rotate 3 units, and he said at center they had 4 guys in, even with Bobo out, missing the spring. They had 4 guys that were rotating in, and he really thought that was big for Georgia football, and he liked what he saw there. So, again, I think they may not like Mike Bobo as their offensive coordinator, but this is if they can find, as you're talking about, Coach, if they can find a couple of guys to stretch the field offensively at wide receiver, that's going to be an awfully good offense.
Yeah, and you're talking about LSU. I've been looking at all these national polls, post-spring polls. Some of them give them a lot of love. Some have them right. And I got a lot of respect for Saturdays Down South. I like some of the articles they do, and I think they're pretty much on things. They have them ranked 18th, but and I think you agree with this. Lane just kind of, he knows how to reach these players. The players play for him. What he did at Ole Miss is incredible. I think if anybody can do it within 1 year, he can do it. They brought in some unbelievable talent. I think they're going to be good. I think year one they're going to be good. I really do.
I'm not on that page yet. As I said, there's some issues with LSU. Here's the problem for LSU, the offensive line. Look how many guys – you remember how many guys hit the portal overall for the team?
Yeah.
They hit the portal with a huge wave even before Kiffin was hired. They were out of there. And they lost some key offensive linemen. They lost the entire right side of their offensive line that's playing elsewhere in the SEC. And now you've got you lost three other players on the offensive line as well. Two of them were starters, and one was a reserve. Actually, two were reserves and two were starters. So they lost quite a bit on that other line. It's a rebuild.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, to your point, I mean, look, he's going to get what he needs at quarterback. They're going to have wide receivers that can play. They're going to have a tight end because Lane really does enjoy using the tight end. But, I mean, you look at wide receiver, you got Trey Wilson III from Florida. You got Jace Brown. So you've got some guys there that are kind of Trey Brown, too, unproven. But those guys are good. They're talented. And if anybody's going to get it out of him, it's Kiffin.
The one thing I do worry about with him, the stupid things it seems like he's gotten better though over time. But I was at the game when they played Alabama. They're down on their own 27-yard line. It's fourth and a yard, and I'm talking a good yard, maybe a yard and a half. Alabama stuffed them, and then it was over. Alabama dominated the rest of the game. If he'd have punted the ball like 99% of the other coaches would have done, he'd be in good shape. You can't do some of those things at LSU. Those fans go nuts down there if you do something like that. So I'm interested to see how he plays the calling on down and distance and things like that. Anyway, all right.
Yeah. And my the guy I contacted from LSU, and we're going to have that up soon, probably next week actually on the podcast. But anyway, the SEC Blitz. What he told me about LSU, he said, here's the one thing that Kiffin said he needed to do was add speed to the defense. And he felt like he did that using his transfer portal. So that was one area where they lost some folks, but he felt like just looking at LSU versus looking at his Ole Miss team last year and knowing what he knows about LSU, he said, this wasn't as fast a defensive unit when he arrived in Baton Rouge as he's seen previously. And he said, I felt like we needed to add some more speed. He did that through the portal.
I just got a text here from kind of an LSU fan. He's more focused on them fine LSU girls. I don't know about that, man.
Joey Freshwater's back. Is that what you think?
Oh, my God. Let's don't get into that. Anyway. Keep going, man. You got me pumped. Oh, we got to take a break. Mark, let's take a break. We'll come back and finish up with Mark McLeod. Again, it's the legendary J. Michael's Spaghetti Day, man. Beef O'Brady's, they got 10 wings and a side for $9.99. Can't beat it. Two great places to eat. You're in Lynn Haven, it's Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. If it's Panama City Beach, it's the legendary J. Michael's. Steve's Bike Shop. You talking about locals taking care of locals? Steve's the swim coach at Mosley. They've been in business since 1979, right across the street from Sam's. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. He's got a large selection of new and used, and he will deal with you. Steve Bike Shop, number one, not even close. TK Vandy, Roofing General Contracting. They do more than roofs. Heck, they got a contract with the school board, the government. They can build anything. They design it. They build it. Commercial, residential, they can do it all. Turf Pro Pest Control, number one. Not even close. You want your yard to look like a golf course? Patrick can make it happen. You got bugs in your house. They'll be gone for good. Go Turf Pro Pest Control and listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back with Mark McLeod. Be right back.
Are you sick of the old sports talk, the vanilla opinions, the polite debates, the hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz. Weekdays 11 to 1. We're not pulling punches. We're digging graves. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Wednesday. For this afternoon and evening, some sun and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze out of the south around 13 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds with lows around 73. Tomorrow, a small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by mostly clouds and a temperature near 80. Moving into Friday, about the same with a high of 78 and lightly sprinkling. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ready to play? Welcome to DuPlay, your premier indoor destination for family fitness and total fun. DuPlay is designed for fun, movement, and skill building for all ages. Kids can explore our active playgrounds, while athletes and teams can utilize our turf fields, indoor soccer, batting cages, full basketball, and volleyball courts. With open play, training space, and structured activities, it's all inclusive at the new DuPlay in Panama City. Take a look now at DuPlayOnline.com. That's DuPlayOnline.com.
This Mother's Day, celebrate the love that never fades with a gift that lasts forever. At Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry. Find Mother's Day jewelry made to honor every child, every chapter, every memory. From timeless classics to special pieces that show love. Jewelry that captures the unique bond between mother and child. Make her Mother's Day unforgettable at Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry. Your diamond headquarters for over 50 years.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's bring on the great one, Mark McLeod. Mark, let's get going. What else you got for us?
I'll tell you, I talked to John Adams at Tennessee a little bit about the Vols, and one of the big things, and the Tennessee fans, there's not really a concern because you have Josh Heupel as your head coach, but who's going to be the quarterback? It's going to be McIntyre. What are they going to do? But the confidence there in their offensive line, Staley's back. They've got some receivers there. So they feel pretty good there. But the key at Tennessee seems to be they're really trying to figure out who are some of these reserves that are going to step up. Now, obviously, that coaching staff, they're going to do a good job, and some of those kids are going to step up. But there's so many. There's so many questions among the reserves at Tennessee. And then the defense, of course, they got hit hard. After 2 seasons ago, they were so good. Then they got hit hard with graduation, the portal, and everything else. So, last year was not a good year for them. So they're trying to rebound. They made a hire there and trying to get that defense back where it needs to be.
Mark, that defensive coordinator was pointed out yesterday, wherever he goes, it takes a couple of years to everybody get into that system. That system's pretty complicated. You look at Tennessee, the CBS thing with total snaps returning, which it can be a good thing or a bad thing. If you had a bad team, really – maybe you want some of those guys not coming back. I don't know. But anyway, they rank 17th in the nation with total snaps coming back at 53%. Offense, 61% is coming back, which ranks 9th in the nation. Defense, they're 45th, which is 53rd in the country coming back. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what the defense – and you're right, the quarterback. Who's going to be the quarterback? But they got – where do they play Florida at? Is that a home game for Tennessee or down in Gainesville?
Florida?
Yeah.
When is – what? Oh, well, I don't know. I got to look at that.
No,
I got to look at the Florida schedule. I'm stuck on
I'll
baseball.
bring it up.
Brian's getting it. I mean, yeah. Brian.
Yeah, so let's see. The open Florida Atlantic at home, Campbell at home, on the road to Auburn, Ole Miss at home, Missouri on the road, South Carolina at home, on the road at Texas, on the road at Georgia. Atlanta for Georgia.
They don't play Tennessee.
Yeah, they don't play Tennessee this year.
They don't play Tennessee this year.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
When you said that threw me, and I'm like, wait a minute, they don't play Tennessee.
How can you take
I
that
don't
game
understand
off?
what I'm hearing right now.
See, I
what am I
hate that.
hearing?
Yeah.
Florida and Tennessee don't play.
Yeah.
I didn't even
remember
know
when
that.
they picked the three. When they picked the
that's
three,
right.
they went
That's
Kentucky
right.
and South Carolina.
You're right. I forgot about that. I hate that, man. God dang it. Anyway, all right. Let's screw that up. Keep going, Mark. We're waiting, baby. Hey, go back to. They got Texas and Georgia back to back.
Yeah, there's a week off in between, but yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. The schedule is actually
better,
kinder to Florida than it's been the past 2 years. That's for sure. Plus, you got a little bit of time. I mean, you don't have that Texas game until mid-October sometime.
That's right.
I'm looking forward
that
to
is
Auburn.
on the road.
I'm looking forward to Auburn.
Yeah, that is on the road, and then you've got Georgia, of course. That but then that Georgia game will be in Atlanta because of the renovations in Jacksonville, and then you've got Oklahoma coming to Gainesville. So you've got a little stretch there. It's going to be interesting. But like you said, you get that week off before Georgia.
Yeah, Mark, I'm glad the Auburn game's back on the schedule. I love that. I used to love that game.
Yeah, they haven't played Auburn in a while. Yeah. It's been a long time. But to kick off the SEC season with them, that'll be a lot of fun. They typically, I think Florida used to play Auburn in October. But, hey, we'll take it. And a trip to Auburn, that'll be fun.
Amen corner, Pat Dye. Yeah. All right, what else? Who else have you dived into? Who else have you been studying?
Well, the ones I've talked to are Alabama, Florida, Georgia. And, Alabama, the big issues, really the offensive line. The offensive line has not played well the past 2 years at Alabama, as we know. They're still they lost some guys in the portal, some key guys in the portal they thought they were going to have. But I think overall, I got to believe, just based on conversations I had, there are a couple of those guys they're glad to part with. They're just like, look, we need fresh blood in here. We need to do some things with this offensive line. It just needs a bit of a rebuild. And of course, there'll be some changes at quarterback, as we know. Who's going to win that thing? Is Keelan going to win it? Who's going to win it? You've got wide receiver, I think, is fine if they can get Ryan Williams head on right.
Good luck.
He did better at the end of the year, though.
He did. That's what I was just about to say, Brian. That when I talked to Brett, he said, he kind of turned it around at the end of the year because it was just such an awful year for him, and there were some issues at practice with him and this and that. So, but the defense should be pretty good. I think they feel really good about their defensive front. And the secondary, maybe one of the best secondaries in America. They are loaded in the secondary.
Mark, what did the guys you talk up in Alabama, the sports writers and things, what did they think about that contract extension? And what do you think the confidence is in DeBoer going forward?
Honestly, I was a bit surprised by this. They were very happy about it. They said it's a good move. They thought it was a good move across the board. The guys that I talked to up in Alabama, we're in a group chat that we text each other every day about stuff. And there are a couple sports, actually 3 sports radio hosts up there, and then two other guys who covered the team, but they were not on radio. They were just journalists. But, yeah, they're across the board, they felt good about it, Coach. They said, this is a good move for Alabama. They need some stability. And I think part of that is going back to, what happened years ago at Alabama, after Stallings.
Yeah.
And then, anytime you replace a legend like Saban, it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. But they were, across the board, they were very happy about it. So there's a lot to work on at Bama, but the talent is there. They've got talent. And I think this, too, and I'm putting words in their mouth, but I think year 2 of Ryan Grubb being there is going to be big for Alabama. Look, when DeBoer came to Alabama, he wanted Ryan Grubb to come with him, and that didn't happen, obviously. But getting him back there last year, I think there were a lot of issues to work out. I think there's a lot of things he had to learn about the team and playing in the SEC. He kind of talked about that in a press conference and how tough it is in the SEC. Grubb did, but I think this is a good move for Alabama. I think getting him back and having him back for year 2, I think that could be a difference maker.
Coach Saban said we need to be positive, so I'm gonna say positive things about going forward.
You don't look positive.
I got to go with what Nick says.
Well, hey, you're positive they're not going to win.
Saturdays Down South has Florida preseason 25th. What do you think the biggest concern is? Is it the offensive line? Is it Mark? What do you think is the biggest concern for Florida?
I think it's both sides of the line of scrimmage, but I was encouraged by because you guys have heard me rail on this. Billy Napier and Mike did not have enough defensive tackles. I always talk to you guys. I always say they've got talent on the interior defensive line, but it's not enough. And sure enough, you saw Florida 1 or 2 injuries later. Here they are. They're throwing a defensive end in there in certain situations, and it was just they didn't have the talent. You could see it. I was encouraged by what Summerall said. He said at the end of spring when they wrapped it up, he said he was encouraged by what he saw on the defensive line. Now, if you notice, they're still flirting with a guy in the portal. There's a guy in the portal they're still flirting with. There's a couple other guys they're flirting with here and there, but he said he was encouraged by what he saw, and that tells you everything you need to know, that he wondered, too, if they had enough in the interior defensive line. But your comment about the offensive line, spot on. Look, this may be a bit of a rough year for Florida on the offensive line, but for the future, my goodness, guys, I guess you've seen what's gone on the past yesterday and the past week in recruiting for the University of Florida. It's like, my goodness, you got to be kidding me. They are they are killing it.
Just make sure Pete Golding doesn't have their phone numbers.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. But Florida has 3 top 10 offensive linemen committed to him right now. That hasn't happened since Urban Meyer was in.
Mark, I always say it doesn't happen to you.
Just committed.
I always say it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Everybody's Lane Kiffin. Everybody's saying it's a done deal. He's coming to Florida. They got the right guy there now. I think everything worked out fine. I don't think Lane and the AD would have got along at all. I think that would have been a nightmare. This guy's going to do a good job. Look at the recruiting. Look at the things going. I think it's good for both schools. I think LSU got the right guy, and I think Florida got the right guy. I want to talk to you about baseball, but our time's up. Real quick, how do you feel about Florida baseball? Good, average? What do you think is going to happen going forward?
Nothing has changed. The last 6 games, guys, you take those first 3 games, Florida averaged 2.5 runs per game offensively. The last 3 games, Florida's a little over 11 runs per game. It's still the helter-skelter. You're not sure what you're going to get at any given time.
Yeah. Well, Mark, we'll talk to you next Wednesday, 8:30. Thank you so much for sharing with us. How can they keep up with you?
Hey, SEC Blitz, the podcast is out, Gator Blitz podcast, and we'll be turning the SEC Blitz into a radio show.
All right. That's awesome, man. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Mark. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
We're out. Thank you, Brian. Glenn. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, James. We're out. 104.3. Thank you for listening. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has your chance to win true Italian